Hi, welcome back to Raunchy Reality Recaps. Now in this video, we're going over Jeanelle Evans because, well, she's trash. So recently, wait a second, I want to start with this. Somebody in one of my other videos about her commented how I'm not talking about the kids and what they're going through. And there's a reason for that. It's just I try to be vague. And again, if I'm too vague and everything and it's confusing, go to another channel because there's a lot of channels out there that have the information you're looking for, or, websites as well. I'm just trying to be vague because I personally feel like these kids, especially the oldest one who's been going through this the past few months, they've had their information, their personal life, their medical information all put out there for, cable networks and social media, all that stuff. I mean, I'm just trying to be, respectful as I can about this kid's information because I personally wouldn't want all this out there, especially at the age that child is at. So, that being said, I do apologize, but if you're not understanding, I completely understand if you don't like it, definitely check out other channels. Okay, so let's get over this. And I've been trying to record this video like 3 times because let me tell you, I fly off the handle when I'm talking about this. I'm like, I gotta calm myself down before I get a lawsuit. And let me go ahead and say this, before I do get a lawsuit, all this information is alleged, okay? So, don't sue me. Anywho, so let's talk about this article from the Ashley's Reality Roundup, which definitely check out that page because they're going to have a lot more information when I'm going over. But just to go over it, now I'm going to go scan through it. Apparently, Jeanelle and David went over to David's sister April's house for Thanksgiving, and apparently they posted some photos and then either left the night of Thanksgiving or the day after to go on a vacation by themselves. So they told their kids they needed some alone time, so they couldn't go. Yeah. And apparently that's not all. That they're trying to, at least Jeanelle wants her oldest son, who's now in CPS custody, she wants him to go stay with David's sister, April, who, by the way, apparently David's brother just got out of prison and was staying at his sister April's house for a while until apparently he left. And the article states they don't know whether he left, so April can make her house better for the court to allow the child to go stay there, or if he just left on his own. That being said, this is a hot mess, okay? And the article states that they don't think that, that it would happen because she's not bio. And, I mean, the fact of how closely she related to the guy that did what he did to him, I mean, it's a joke to even think that this woman would have a chance. I mean, I don't know the woman, but let's talk about this. She is related to the guy who has charges on him for allegedly assaulting the child in question. Okay? She's closely related to them. The child, A.B. you-know-whatter, that's her brother. Okay? So it's really weird to think that you would even have a chance. And second of all, how I see it is she's not a person that is going to make good decisions, that is going to keep that child in a place that is calm, a good environment for that child, because she can't make good decisions. Because anybody that is sitting there willingly hanging out with Jeanelle and David are not good people. Okay, I'm just going to say that because good people would see them for who they are and the trash they are and the horrible people they are, and they would try to stay as far away they can from them. Family or not, it doesn't matter. Because trust me, I have people in my family that are straight up trash. Okay, straight up trash. I mean, and I don't communicate with them. I blocked them. I don't have anything to do with them. Just because you're my family doesn't mean I have to deal with you. Don't mean I have to have you in my children's life, And I have a sister that sits there and, girl has 5 kids and she'd rather go and find a new person to hang out with, party, and do substances than take care of her own 5 kids that she wanted to have. Okay? You think, I mean, I'm sorry, but she would get upset because I wouldn't invite her around. No, I'm not going to invite you around because you're not stable enough to be around my kids. I don't want my kids to see a, you know what, addict in my house. And I mean, that alone, I just don't want you around my kids. You're doing stuff that's not good. Your behavior is not good. I mean, obviously we can tell you're on something. I don't want my kids around that. I don't want my kids exposed to it. So I'm sorry, I had to cut my sister off. And the fact that this woman is hanging out with them, inviting them to Thanksgiving dinner, which, I mean, if she has kids, they're around her kids. I mean, I think Jeanelle in the article, or the article said that Jeanelle wanted her oldest son to go stay with her because the mother, or April, David's sister, has a son around his age and they get along. But that's girl, that's not good enough. The girl don't make good decisions because she's still talking to you. Okay. Yeah, so not only is she not making good decisions by still staying in contact with these people, she's actually allowing them around her kids as well, which is like, yeah, that's not a good decision. Like, we literally have David on video talking about how he has this, all this ammo, all these stuffs and everything. You got him threatening CPS workers to bang him up and everything. I mean, he again allegedly assaulted the child, and you are still hanging out with him. And not only, I mean, and apparently it's not new for her because his brother got out of prison. Now, I don't know what he got out of prison for, but I mean, let's be honest. If he's related to David, there's a good chance it was a very violent crime, which, again, I don't know. We can always look that up, but it wouldn't surprise me, okay? It wouldn't surprise me. And she lets that guy come around. So obviously she's okay with the decisions her family members make. Okay? She's okay with it. It's not a good place. She is not an adult that needs to be taking care of anybody else's kids because she can't make good decisions. Okay? She can't keep her kids away from very violent people. Okay? She can't keep her kids away. I mean, she can't keep herself away from congregating with trash. Okay? So I'm really sorry. I hope this doesn't happen. I don't think it will, but I really hope it doesn't happen because this woman is far from a person that should be taking care of anybody else's kids. Maybe not even her own. I don't know. But just the fact that she's sitting there and she's okay with those people coming over to her house and being around her kids, just tell me she's okay with it. She's okay with what David did. Okay? She's okay with it because anybody that was a good person that could be responsible and make good choices, especially for children, they're not going to be okay with what David and Jeanelle do. They are not. Anybody in their right mind would be like, dude, it's not okay to throw your kid under the bus and then praise a man that assaulted the kid, like allegedly. It's not okay. So again, I'm rambling on with this, but I just can't believe that. Like, girl, like, you really think this is... Well, I can't believe that Jeanelle would think that's stupid because she is that stupid. But it just amazes me that this would even be a thought for anybody. And if the court system actually does this, then they need a whole rehaul because it's ridiculous. And I really think she just doesn't want Barbara to have her son. It's all about revenge. It's all about selfishness. It's all about her feelings, not what's best for her child. It's what's best for Jeanelle and how she gets back at Barbara or how she can make herself look better on the other end. So, yeah, she just doesn't want Barbara to have her son because then to her it's like Barbara won. And she can't stand that. And really, I mean, honestly, I've been watching the old Teen Mom videos and everything, and I could tell you something. Barbara ain't the best person to be raising a child either. Like, I'm glad she stepped up and everything, but after watching all the old scenes and everything, I can tell exactly, like, why Jeanelle I mean, I'm not going to say why she is. I'm not going to say Barbara is the complete cause of everything, because Jeanelle has done a lot of stuff herself, and that's all Jeanelle. That's all Jeanelle. But the way Jeanelle communicates and her behaviors, you can tell it didn't fall from the tree. The apple didn't fall far from the tree with that. Because Barbara screams, instigates stuff. Jeanelle screams, instigates stuff. So it's just a whole mess. And sitting back there and watching those old episodes where you have the kid, he's on the floor, and the poor baby, and just them just yelling, screaming, blah, 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 constantly. Like, y'all are the reason this kid is in the situation they are in. This all stems from just one, like, irritating person to the other. I don't even know how to say it. Because I was very irritated watching those old episodes. I was like, dude, Barbara's not any better. And I get it. Barbara had a lot going on. And again, good for her. I'm happy somebody stood up and actually took care of the kid. But as far as making sure he was in an emotionally healthy environment, Barbara was not good at that either, because she sat there and she would complain about Jeanelle to the child. The child was like 3 or 4 years old. Like, the child's not your best friend, Barbara. You don't need to sit there and complain about the child's mother, excuse me, to the child. Go complain to a friend. And I really think the only stable person that child has ever had in his life was Barbara's ex-boyfriend. That old guy that would always take the kid when they were arguing and stuff. Like, that's the only, like, normal, emotionally secure, like, okay person that was probably in his life. Which, I might be wrong about it because I don't have all the information. But when I see on the show so far, that guy, I don't know if Barbara left him or they got broken up, but man, I wish that guy could have stuck around, because that was probably the only stable person in that child's life, and it's really sad. But yeah, I wanted to bring this information because it's really just awful. And I think Jeanelle right now, like, she's not thinking of what's best for the child. She is really dead set on she is going to get her just dues, which she does. I don't know why she thinks she has any just dues, because she's the one that causes all of it. But yeah, let's talk about the video she did about this weekend. She did a video where she had a pedicure, and usually I'd be like, yeah, go girl, whatever, but it's Jeanelle in this situation. She's trash, so I'm like, I hope your toe gets infected. So anyways, she posts how great her life is and everything, and it's like, girl, you were so tone deaf. Like, you are tone deaf, in bad taste, whatever you want to say it. You shouldn't have done this. And that's when I'm like, girl, you need a PR person. But then again, I'm like, girl, nobody would want to take you as a client. Okay, so you're on your own. But apparently they didn't show of course they didn't upload their video of going on a vacation, just the two of them, because she'd probably get more backlash. And I'm thinking maybe because his court date was today, they were so scared that, he was going to get put in jail, which hopefully he does, that they decided to take a last minute trip to spend their time together before he goes to the clink, which again, I hope he does. So yeah. And it's got to a point where you are no longer just trying to defend yourself, Jeanelle, which, I mean, like, it's you had nothing to defend because you're the person that did it all. Like, let's put that out there. She's a cause of it. She's a catalyst for everything. So it's going past the point of her just defending herself, her sitting there, throwing her kid under the bus. Like, it's way past that point now, because not only she threw her kid under the bus, blamed her kid for everything, and praised her man. Yeah, praised her man. They have gone to more extreme lengths. And again, with the child being how they are, I don't want to expose their information, but let's talk about this. I'm going to try to be as vague as I can. But there were certain things that Barbara was doing while the child was in her care medically, that was helping. Okay? That was good for the child. When he went with Jeanelle stopped it. Okay? And then the child had where he ran away, and then now Barbara had he went back to Barbara, but Jeanelle, since she had custody of him still, she was not allowing him to go back to whatever he was doing medically. She was not allowing that as well. Okay? So now, thankfully, CPS took over, from what I heard from LB and everything. CPS took over, so they're able to make those medical decisions for the child. That's in his best interest instead of what the mama wants. So that being said, not only have she threw a kid under the bus, praised the kid's AB you-know-whatter, and then denied that child access to medical care, they decided, the doctors that were helping the child, they wanted to sit there and make reviews on their business page, like offer reviews about him. I saw one where David did it. So it's going past the point of you just being a crappy parent. You are literally setting out for revenge for your child, which is just evil. Like, this is about as evil as it can get, for you to set your child up for so much failure and try to prevent them from getting access to medical services. I mean, do you not see how evil you are? And I'm just gonna let this. I'm gonna talk to Jeanelle. Jeanelle, if you see this, because I don't know. I mean, Deontay saw his Love After Lockup stuff, so he commented on it. So there's always a possibility that she might see this. So Jeanelle, you are being a trashy human. Not only a trashy mother, but you're being a trashy human. And every time you sit there and keep on going and keep on doing horrible stuff, you're just making it worse for yourself. So stop, because you're trash. So that's it. I don't really want to direct her, because she is trash. So yes, that's all I had to say about this, and I'm trying to get it out because I'm trying not to go full scale rage on this woman right now and just yell at her, and because I don't want to hurt y'all ears either. But it's so irritating. It's so evil what they are doing. Like, this has gone past, them just being horrible people. They are straight up evil people now. Okay? They are evil. Evil. Okay? So anywho, y'all like, subscribe, and share. Y'all have a great day. Check out my other videos as well. We'll probably have an update on David also later. So y'all have a great day. Bye.